So, all right, cool. Say they right. But are we not slaves? Yeah, we slaves. Slaves under who?
Right. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so simple.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. Yeah, they took that bag.
Cut.
Got the bag.
Bro, come on, brother. Blow the horn. Blow the trumpet.
Yeah, they are bugged out. Bugged out.
I got some steps on that. Lord willing, we're gonna go through the spirit.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna blow the trumpet to start off camp. All right. Probably do it 3 times, depending on how it goes.
We understand 3 times.
Huh? Get it.
That's the spirit. That's the spirit right there.
That means it's going down.
We about to get busy.
Because first and foremost, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahshai, Ba'ashim, Recham Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops, great millstone. Shout out to the elect. To the men that died doing the work of Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahshai, for the shed of us first. To the men, women, and children that believe in the true name of the Father and the Son. The Father's name is Yahweh, he exists. The Son's name is Yahweh Shai, he's the deliverer, because he's come to deliver us out of his captivity. All right, it's the Church of Philadelphia, once again, on the highways and hedges.
Once again, it's on.
Coming to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom. And we was talking before camp, about the new madness that's being spewed about, all nations can make it. Which that's like a, man, that's a simple thing, man, if you understand it. Like, you have to have eyes to see and ears to hear, man. You know what these dudes is talking about. So we're going to do, God's willing, we're going to hop into a few scriptures on that. Because all nations can't make it. And we are, and if you understand things, we're scattered throughout the 4 corners of the earth. So you're going to look like other nations.
Right.
Matter of fact, it was a video I just was watching on TikTok. Well, she looked like an Edomite woman, but she's an Israelite. And she went, and it was a dude. He was his father was darker than his son. His grandfather was darker than his son, and then the father was darker than the son. The son was like light skinned. So now it goes into it went into like the baby. They showed a baby with blonde hair and blue eyes, right? The father was dark. The lady, because the woman that was speaking on, she was like, my father's is African American. That's the terms that she used, but we know that he's an Israelite. But she was like, my father's African American, but she looked just like an Edomite woman, man. Blonde hair, blue eyes. She showed a picture of her and her father together. Just like Blake Griffin, we always refer to that. Blake Griffin's son. I can even refer to my granddaughter, because she looks just like a straight up white woman. She looks like one of them right there, but her genes and everything goes back to me. And my genes go back to my father. Like my father's genes go back to his forefathers,
Right, because you got to understand too, throughout generations, you had, just like if it's a dark skinned man, like the brother was saying, a Haitian or whatever, have sex with a white woman, and it comes out looking light skinned, that's still an Israelite, because the Lord, remember, you got to understand too, the Lord said that the name is dreadful among the heathen. So if you're not a heathen, if you're a heathen, you can't be, there's no salvation. That's the point. The key word is salvation. Salvation is of the Jews, as the scriptures say in the gospel. You know, so with them knuckleheads in Genesis or whatever, you know, that they're wrong. You know, that's a false doctrine. You know, and the Lord warned us about that, about people that are going to leave off the doctrine and lead on to their own understanding. You know, because when you read Deuteronomy 32 and 8, he specifies on who's given, who can sin, basically. You know, that's why we're in the captivity we're in. Right? So that alludes to what we say, salvation. You know, now you may have, like in the book of Revelation, it speaks about 12,000 out of each tribe speaking different languages, right? But that doesn't mean that that's who they are. You know what I'm saying? Because you got Jakes that speak different languages. Like now, we speak in English. Does that make us Latin or Spaniards? No. Or you know what I mean? Or does that make Issachar or Puerto Ricans Spaniards? No. They just took up that language. You know what I mean? So that's why you got to differentiate, you know, where the captivities we in and things of that nature. Because it's not about how we look, you know, because now you think you're carnal. The Lord is spiritual. He looks at the inward part of man, you know?
Yeah, salvation is for the Israelites and the Israelites only. This is not a religion where you join. You know, you guys want to give out members only jackets. Remember those members only jackets? To everybody. No, the Lord done told you who can make a crooked thing straight. You trying to make something that was made crooked straight. The Creator did that. You're nothing but a creature. But just like it was the sons of God, the sons of men, the sons of the wicked, hey, there's one bloodline that will be saved. There's only one bloodline going through hell. So you mean to tell me they're in their heaven now and they're going to get their heaven later too? Come on, man. What heathen you know? What heathen you know want to follow the laws, statutes, commandments? What heathen you know that want the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding? Shit, even of our own women, what does it say? Out of one, I found 1,000. Out of 1,000 men, I found one, and I found not one woman. Come on, man. You guys, man. Did you guys take the bag? How much y'all get? I hope it's worth it.
I got to preach up real quick.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 1. I say the truth, in Hamashiach I lie not. My conscience also bear me witness in the Holy Ghost that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were cursed from Hamashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertain the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the servants of Yahweh Bashmel Shai and the promises.
It said the giving of the law, promises. Who was that given to?
Right.
You know? Was that given to every other nation? No. All you gotta do is go into Exodus. You know, with Moses, when we got the law, statutes, and commandments right there at Mount Sinai. You know, was every nation there to get that? What nation was Moses from? You know, he was given the law, statutes, and commandments to come back and what? Give it to his people.
Yep.
You know, there wasn't no Moabites there. Moses married a Moabite. He had a Moabite wife. She was a heathen, but she wasn't an Israelite.
Right.
But the baby that came, if they had the children that they had, the baby was an Israelite because it's Moses' kid. You know?
Right.
You are who your fathers are.
That's your seed.
You know, kind of said according to the flesh, like we're all in the flesh. But Paul even broke it down even more when he said the giving of the laws, right?
Right.
All right, the laws was given to Moses to bring to what? To Israelites, man.
No, and it's plain and simple. If you plant the apple seed, the tree grows.
That's right.
It produces apples.
That's right.
So you look at it like, yo, you can see what it is. It's producing apples.
Right.
Right? Because that's what you see. It's a flesh. It's in the physical form.
Right.
You know, you never saw an apple orange tree. That doesn't make any sense.
Ain't no such thing as half and half.
You know what I
You're
mean?
not half nothing. You're whole, whatever your from is. That's what you are.
Right. So they're trying to give credit to these heathens, however they took the bag. Now, 'cause I think they took the bag, you know, to give credit to say that the other heathens, or what they say, Gentiles, which Gentiles were Israelites in a heathen mindset.
Right. You got going to the Hellenistic.
Right.
That's when them people. That's why he was called came to Timothy. You know, I just said they called Timothy's mom a Jewess, and they called her husband a Greek.
A Greek, yeah,
know?
pops, yeah.
Matter of fact, we can get that. They called him a Greek because that's like the brother just said, he was in that mindset. All right, just like our people right now, we're in the mindset of America. They call themselves Americans. That's not who you are. You call yourselves after the names of the lands that you in.
Right.
You know?
Right. Just because you're born there don't make you of that place.
Exactly. That's like you got, now they call them Chinese people. Because where do they live at? In China. Right? But that's not their biblical nationality. They're Moabites, man. Just like the Ammonites and the so-called Japanese people. They renamed all these lands. So when you go into the scriptures and you look at the names of the lands back then, that's what the Lord gave the lands, man. Because those names have meanings. You know? Just like the believers, the Tigris and Euphrates. When you go into Genesis, it talks about the Garden of Eden. It tells you what the names are, what they called it. Matter of fact, I was just reading it too. Matter of fact, I got it in the book. But it tells you, the meaning of the name. Just like when we get our names, our Hebrew names, that's just spirit. That's put on. That's why the Lord told Joseph and Mary to name Yahweh Shai his name. He is salvation. He is the deliverer, because he came to deliver his people from their sins, man. That's what his name means.
Right.
You know?
What's that? Omen Nomen.
God, that's right.
That's the Omen Nomen.
Right.
All right, that just said it, though.
God, all nations is not going to be saved.
Right.
So when you hear about that John 3:16 in these Christian churches, they don't know what that's talking about. The whole world. Well, what world are we talking about?
That's right.
You know? Because you got world without end.
That's right.
You got cosmos, and the other word, what's their name?
Cosmos.
Oikomen.
Oikomen. So it's speaking about a specific nation, you know, which is the world of, you got Disney World, you got, people be like, you out of your world, or, you know, it's all the same. But the point is, the law, statutes, and commandments was given to a specific nation, which is the so-called Negros, Latinos, and Native American Indians that could only sin, right? The heathens, they cannot commit the atrocity. Well, they don't get the same judgment as we do.
Right.
Right? Because they're ruling now. You know? So real quick, I'm about to bring this out real quick.
Let me find out when you guys is dealing with Edomites and you just can't let that woman go.
Yo, God.
Yeah, right. So,
She's a good person.
Right.
yeah.
Becky, I love my Becky.
Yeah,
Leave her alone.
Yeah,
she can be saved.
She can't be erased.
Right.
Yeah, all right. Deuteronomy 31 and 30, Salaki. Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 8. I'm going to start at 7. It says, remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee the elders, and Salaki, and they will tell you. Right? Here's the point. It says, verse 8. When the Most High divided the nations, their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel For the Lord's portion is his people.
That's
Jacob
a possessive word.
is the
Lot of his inheritance.
So who is Jacob?
That's a possessive pronoun.
Right.
That's the progenitor of the 12 tribes, man.
And it's specified.
When you go into Genesis, the 49th chapter, it tells you all the things that will bestow or what will happen to the Israelites in the last time, according to their tribe. You know, and it's spot on. You know, and like the brother said, that's a possessive word. He said, "Who are my people?" All right, we can go out of what's that? 2nd Ezra 6. You got it, 2nd Ezra 6. I think about 48. I know it's in the higher numbers. And it says when it talks about all like out of all Adam.
Yeah.
Out of all Adam, we all come from Adam.
Yeah.
See,
Of him come we all.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this will let you know right here with that every nation ain't gonna make it, and the Lord chose one nation, just like He chose one flower. You know,
Right.
He got a favorite of everything. You know?
Yeah, that lily.
Yeah, that's right.
Favorite tree, favorite
Yup,
people.
that's right. Yup,
You know?
Favorite land.
yup,
That
that's right.
shows that the
That's
Lord
right,
has
Con.
favoritism.
That's right, Con.
So, you know what I mean? That's just natural.
That's
No.
a doctrine of men that they teach, man.
Because why would the Lord give a specific nation his covenant and not the whole world? Right?
Con,
As I say, God so loved the whole world, but he didn't give everybody his covenant.
Right.
That's point blank period. That's a promise,
Right.
which is what? A promise of salvation. Salvation is of the Jews. Who are the Jews? The Israelites, scattered to the four corners of the earth. So, when you see a Jew, which is short for Judah, which we speak Hebrew, but we're Israelites, but we might look different complexions, and we might speak the language of the land that we was born in. That doesn't differentiate that they Israelites.
Yeah.
That just makes you fucking carnal.
Yeah.
Because you're not spiritual enough to have that discernment. Like, yo, that person could be. Because why did John the Revelator see? Oh, they when he saw all the 12,000 that were saved out of each tribe, and he described them as speaking different languages, different tongues. Those were Israelites that came from these regions, but they were Israelites. You know, so.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where you're a citizen from. It's your bloodline. Come on, man.
That's right.
This is simple. This is elementary school stuff.
They took the bag of Esau.
Yeah. Drinking that Christianity juice. Y'all went to church last Sunday. That's what happened. You know?
Got on the ass.
All right. It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 54. It says, and after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all.
Right, see, that's out of Adam covers all nations. But they was called what? The Adamites. This is back to basics, people. You know? And all they doing, they teaching that to try to furthermore put a monkey wrench in the doctrine and to deceive you in the end times. You know, we know what time we're in, man. So we know these doctrines are going to rise up, but they get shut down one quick. Just like them new covenant doctrine niggas. Where the hell is they at?
Yeah.
Right.
You don't even hear from them niggas. As a matter of fact, I watched a video with the one of the niggas we know from here in Philly. He was on there, did a video. It was a rap song he wrote about Yahweh outside. What type of edification is that, man? You know, that's how you know them dudes is clowns and they're jokes, man. You know, and the Lord is not dealing with that type of spirit, man. You know.
Yeah, because they want to be seen.
Because they think
Right.
that they already made it.
Yeah.
So now they think we're in a new cut. No, we're not in a new covenant. You know.
Let's go get this money, brother.
Right. You got it.
It says, 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all. And the people also, whom thou hast chosen.
See that? Damn. And the people also whom thou hast chosen. So how is all nations going to make it? When it tells you right there, the Lord chose a certain people out of all Adam.
So we're going to share our rulership now. Rulership is for the Israelites. So now we're going to share with everybody. Damn, what the? Come on, man. Come on, you guys are simple.
Y'all not sharing it with us.
Yeah. So now we're gonna share.
Exactly.
No, we ain't
that's
sharing.
That slave. Yeah, that's that slave mentality.
Yeah. Master, we sick.
Right,
We gonna save you, Master. We gonna tell them you can be saved too.
Exactly.
Cause you give me good eats and sleeps.
Right. That's how
You
know
can
it's
be
set
saved too, Master.
up. That's how you
Cut
know
it
it's set
out,
up.
man. Cut it out.
The Israelites, man, like you're on all four corners of the earth, man. So you come in all shapes and sizes.
Right.
And to prove that, you even have over there in the Philippines, there was a video with a dude. He was breaking down the name of Yahushua, a Filipino, so-called Filipino, but he's an Israelite, man.
Yeah.
But what tribe he from? I don't know. I can't tell you that. But I do know that we was over there. Our people was over there living with their women, man.
Salvation is only for the Israelites.
That's right.
And if you happen to look like the other nations, I don't care. You can look like any nation on this earth, but the salvation is for the Israelites only. Point blank, period. Whether you like it, believe it, understand it, or not.
You can look like Taylor Swift.
Right.
And be an Israelite.
Right.
Man,
Right, because
Right.
it's not about the flesh. The Lord said he looks at the inward part of man.
Yeah.
Everybody looked against King David. He was Israelite, but the point is, hey man, it's not about how you look. It's about your spirit.
Right.
Because what the scriptures refer to as the Heavenly Father, as what? The Father of all spirits. He created the spirits. It don't matter about the vessel, because everybody, this is nothing but a vessel. It's about the spirit that's within. Look at Cornelius. Cornelius was a light skin from the Italian band, but a lot of Italians now, Sicilians, look at Blake Griffin. His father was a Haitian.
Yeah.
Dark as the soil can be.
But you look at Blake Griffin's son, and hey, he looked like,
But he's still an Israelite.
Right.
Right. And they play ball like Israelite.
Yeah.
So it don't. How about this? How about the curse of leprosy? Oh, that's an Edomite. That person just probably got a curse. So that's why you got to be spiritual about how you see things from the outside looking in. Because the other nations, matter of fact, the other nations are not getting the same judgment as we are. Because we was given the law, statutes, and commandments. Matter of fact, I got a precept, if I may.
Yeah.
Colossians 3:11.
When we finish this address,
Oh, you still got more.
it says, all this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
Right, see that? We're saved for our sakes.
Yeah.
So who is ours? Who is us?
That's heavy.
Yeah. It says, as for the other people, which also come of Adam,
That's right.
thou hast said that they are nothing,
Come on now.
but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel, which you don't care about. Yahweh Shai don't care about the other nations. He cares about one nation. He's come for one nation. Yahweh Shai said what? This is for the Israelites.
Right. Now y'all want to jump on the bandwagon. As you know what's coming for us, man.
So if that's the case, if the Lord created the world for our sakes, ours is who? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, which are the biblical Israelites, right? So why did he say in the book of Job, the earth is given unto the hands of the wicked? Who's the wicked? What nation? Did not the scripture say we shall war with Amalek from generation to generation?
What did Yahweh Shai say?
The
lost sheep of the house of Israel.
God.
He didn't say I'm laying my life down for everybody,
Okay.
every nation.
Yeah, God.
Right?
Right.
Come on, man. Get the f- out of here. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Yeah.
right. That's all he came for.
Yeah.
So who are those people? You
Right.
gotta understand that. And it's all throughout the scriptures.
All throughout, man.
So for you to teach another doctrine, you been set up, man. You trying to, like I said, furthermore trying to cause confusion. But hey, you were set up to do that, but you're not going to fool the men of the Lord, man.
Right.
If you're of the elect, you're not going to be fooled and fall for those doctrines, man. That's all this is about the elect. So y'all can spit that madness all you want. You're going to catch in their net who you're supposed to catch.
Right.
You know?
It says, now, O Lord, behold, these heathen,
see that? These
which have ever been reputed as nothing,
man,
have begun to be lords over us and to devour us.
Come on, man. So who's on the bottom and who's on the top right now? We're at the bottom. We're the terror. You know? But the Lord is going to raise us up to put us back where we belong, man. But we had to go through the captivities all the way from ancient Babylon all the way to this captivity right here, which is the American captivity. You know, like my man, it was one of the Marleys said, "Welcome to Jesus' slavery, blood and gravy." You know, but yeah, so like, but this captivity is divided, man. The whole place divided. From you got Edomites going at the Edomites, Russia going at America. You know,
Right.
Everybody, man, and they're all Edomites. Yo,
Yeah, house divided.
Yeah,
Can I stand?
Russia going at the Ukrainians.
Yeah.
All Edomites, man.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why this place is going to fall. It's going to fall hard. So you got that whole World War III thing that's going right now, which they fighting over. They're trying to fight over the next rulership of this place. But we're the underdogs. We're the least expected to rise up and run this place. You know,
it says, but we, thy people.
See that? Damn. See that?
And other nations. No, it don't. That's what you wanted to say. And other nations, right? You want that shoe to drop. It ain't going to drop.
Exactly.
It says, but we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover are given into their hands.
That's right. Damn. So we're given into your hands, man. Matter of fact, you can go, like, I've been in Hosea, the book of Hosea lately. And Hosea heavy books going to Ephraim when they transgressed the law, started following all these different idols, man. You know, so the Lord cut them off, man. But did he cut them off forever? No. The Lord said he'll never leave his people, man. Right. And that's why you got Vocab Malone talking that shit. Oh, they did away with the Israelites, you know? And then go to the Gentiles. Yeah, what Gentiles are they talking about? Because you got two types of Gentiles. All right. One is ethnos, I believe, which is your the same genes, man. And then you got the other one. I think it's Helen. I think it's this place is crazy, man. You got these fools walking around just as bananas, man.
Father is saying great things.
God damn.
He dressed the best.
Sheesh. Literally. But yeah, man. So it's you got ethnos, which is of the same genes. You know, that means if you got the same genes, you're the same people. All right. Matter of fact, let me get that.
Yeah, and it says, "If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess inheritance with the world?"
So who don't have an inheritance?
Yeah.
Now, us.
How long shall this endure?
Exactly.
So what it's saying is, when that salvation comes, we're not enduring persecution, oppression anymore. But you want to share that now with everybody else? No. They're required to be underneath us. We're going to be lords over them.
Right.
This is going to be our world,
Right.
our age, our time, which is going to last forever.
That's right.
Like, come on, man.
That's right.
You guys are mad. This is just utter madness.
And I got the word Gentile real fast. Well, I looked it up. But I'm going to just read this one first, then I'm down to get in the blue letter. Both of them. But it says the word Gentile comes from the Latin word gentilis, meaning of a family, clan, or nation. All right? It says, here we go. I was right. Here we go. It says, in the Latin Vulgate Bible, gentilius was used to translate to translate Hebrew and Greek words to goyim and ethnos. All right, for non-Jews, and this Latin term was then carried into the English. Latin root is gens, meaning clan or race, which comes from the Proto-Indo European, and gentis, related to birth or begat. All right, when it goes into the scriptures too, because you got the Dukes of Edom, and everybody that they begat. That's their lineage. All right, those are heathens. Then you got the lineage of Yahushua. When you go into matter of fact, you go into the Chronicles. All right, First and Second Chronicles. It tells you that's our bloodlines, man. You know, going through David, man. But who does?
So you want the other? You think the other heathen nations gonna get immortal bodies? Like, what are you even saying?
Yeah. They're gonna be with the same bodies.
Yeah,
right here
with they people.
If that's the case, then the whole world is going to be saved.
Yeah, right.
So that denounces what Revelation 10. He that leadeth in captivity shall go into captivity. Isaiah 14, where it says, "But we shall have them as spoil." Who is the them? What is that talking? Because that hasn't happened yet. Those are prophetic. Those are prophecies that has not happened yet. So what is that talking about? Oh, it happened already?
And what people are going to repent? What people are required to repent?
Right, because the scriptures say that the name is dreadful among the heathen.
Right. Come on, man.
So why would the name be dreadful among the heathen if they could be saved? That doesn't. So
they're not even called to repent.
So who's the heathens then? Right? Because like that, it doesn't make any sense.
Nah. Everybody got to play a part.
Woe to them that add and take away from the scriptures, man. Because all y'all doing is adding stumbling blocks, which y'all was designed for, paid off for, to add stumbling blocks, to cause confusion. But at the end of the day, what y'all doing is weak.
Yeah.
What y'all doing is weak, man. It's always, every year it's always a different doctrine. There's always a different meaning, a different type, but the Lord changes not. Our apostles never change. Our doctrines never change. Well, we got it from the apostles, through the spirit of power, Yahweh. It never changed.
Yeah.
But you see all these other Israelites, every year is something, they got a revelation. That's why you gotta, hey man, that's why the word is not for everybody. Because if everybody's going to be saved, then why does it say in 2 Ezra 8:1, it says, the Lord created the earth for men, how it goes, for many, I'm going to butcher it. But 2 Ezra, I know it's 2 Ezra 8:1, where it speaks about the earth being created for few, not for many. Many paraphrasing. The world to come. Which is the world of Israel.
Right.
The world
now is made
of replenishing.
Yeah.
That's the real restoration, to restore.
And you're not slick. I know what you guys do. Hey, how do we get people to talk about us? You think this is cute, man. This is not cute. And we don't even listen. This is madness. See, they're talking about us. I told you they would talk about us. That's how carnal you guys are.
I got a quick precept.
No, we're going to rebuke you in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. That's what we're doing.
Right. So what? We're defenders of the doctrine.
Right.
Second, this is Ecclesiasticus, known as Sirach, chapter 17, verse 17. It says, "For in the division of the nations of the whole earth, he set a ruler over every people, but Israel is the Lord's portion."
Constantly telling you that he chose Israel.
Right.
God, he didn't say he chose Moab, Ammon, Amalek, Gomer, none of those nations, man. He chose Israel, man. And I got the word, the one Gentile, which we just read. I think ethnos is the ones that's of the Israelites. Then Goyim, it says nation people usually of non-Hebrew people, of descendants of Abraham of Israel. It says of swarm of Lot. Nah, this is just so different. All right, but you got I'm trying to find the other one. I know it's two Gentiles.
Yeah, there is.
But going into the hell, I think matter of fact, the New Testament.
Just like it's two worlds.
Yeah,
right?
kind of right.
Yeah.
Just like we say today, just like we say today, man. Matter of fact, we see. Yeah, I know going to the. I think it's Helen. You go into the Hellenistic era. Just bear with us real fast. We don't want to give no false information. Like those guys. All right, so ethnos is the same thing. But it said ethnos is that's the Greek. It says a multitude, whether men or beasts, associated or living together, a company, troop, swarm, a multitude of individuals of the same nature or genus. The human family, a tribe, nation, people, group in the Old Testament, foreign nations, not worshiping the true power, no, not worshiping the true God, pagan Gentiles. That's the ones that's the of other nations. But don't worship the God of Israel. You know what I mean? No, the God of Abraham. And who's the God of Abraham? Yahweh. So who's going to worship them? Who's going to worship him? You know, the Israelites. But the back, you got Colossians 3:11, Brother Prashad.
Here's what the strong ChatGPT say on those two words.
Cut, yo, we love Brother Prashad. Cut. Water, bro. That, yo, I gotta get that app, man.
Yeah, it says Strong's H523, Nokrai, meaning foreign, alien, foreigner, refers to someone who's not part of Israel.
There you go. That's the one. That's the right there. And the ethnos, that's us, right?
Yeah, it says in Strong's Concordance, the English word Gentile is most commonly associated with two Hebrew words, goy,
Yeah.
which is H1471, and Nokrai.
Yeah.
Strong's H523.
So it is. It's two types of Gentiles. Yeah. That's like when we say, when you call somebody a Gentile, that's an Israelite, you're saying they acting like a heathen.
Right. Because a heathen is someone who's separate, set apart. Out of the temple. You know? It's a distinct differentiation. You know?
It's God.
And that's why I believe in the book of Amos, it says, you only have known of all the families of the world, therefore I shall punish you for all your iniquities.
God.
It's the God.
You know?
Yeah, because there's no E.
I got a quick one if you still got.
God, I was in on that. Just grab Colossians 3:11.
God, this is the book of St. John, chapter 17, verse 9. It says, I pray for them. I pray not for the world,
Damn.
but for them which thou hast given me, for they are done.
See that there?
That's
That's
straight
how
to
it's
the point.
talking.
Right.
I'm going to read that again. Man. St. John chapter 17, verse 9, and I'm going to read it slow. It says, it says, I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine.
That's right. Yeah, that's possessive again, man.
Right.
The Lord is only dealing with well, right now he's only dealing with the elect of Israel. You know, when you come back through the loins of the elect, then you're going to be in your right mind and serve the true light, the true power, who's Yahweh, man. You know? But then that's when you're going to be called the children of the elect, and Israel's going to be beautiful. Right now, we're going around whoring after different gods, man. It's funny, that dude up. The Lord always puts something right in front of your face, man.
Right.
You know, you see, he ain't say that bullshit. Because he know the difference. The other dudes just try to be assholes when they come past, they know we're not done. He knows we're not done. Like, man, he's a prime example of a Gentile, man. A
Right.
prime example of an Israelite Gentile. If you want to be a fucking Muslim, man.
Right.
You know?
Right, because the only reason why the beloved Apostle Paul went to the Israelites that took the form that was referred to as Gentiles, because they took the form and the knowledge of the heathens, because they were worshiping Greek gods, these other, you know. So he had to tell them, just like we doing now. You know, you got people that be like, oh, I'm African American. No, you're not. You're an Israelite. You know, it's as simple as that.
Right.
You speaking a heathenistic language, a Roman tongue, a bastard tongue. So you're taking up the customs of who you've been enslaved by throughout generations. So yeah, you consider it as, because the scriptures say, them that are not all them that are Israel are of Israel, because a lot of the Israelites was taking up the customs of the heathens.
Right.
You know.
Hey, that's what happened when the Edomites took over the Greek Empire. Right? They said we shall be all one people.
That's right.
Right? And it's coming back again. One world order.
So you got that Colossians.
Colossians 3, right?
Yeah, 3:11, but shut. I gotta put it down.
Yeah. This is the book Colossians 3, verse 11. Where there's neither Greek nor Jew, lie not one to another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds, and have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him.
See that? Damn, renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him. So when we come back into our right mind, well, we know who we are. You know?
Right.
We know that we ain't from we're not black, we're not African American.
Yeah.
You know, you get your rightful tribes that the Lord called you by. He said he called you by his name. You know, that's what that said. It said what the God, the one that created you.
Yeah.
You know?
Brother McGon in the building, the beloved brother.
But yeah, so we're coming back to who we are. We created this. We get the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of it.
Right.
But they don't. That's what they don't want us to know. But the Lord, he doesn't hide it from us, man. No, you got it, brother.
Huh.
Was it on that?
No.
What's this about?
Yeah. It says, where there is neither Greek nor Jew, circumcision nor uncircumcision.
Now that's what's that talking about. Where there's neither Greek nor Jew, circumcision or uncircumcision. The circumcision knows that they're Israelites. The uncircumcision, they still think that they're in this Gentile state of mind.
Right.
They're in the heathenistic state of mind. They're the ones that's about to celebrate Thanksgiving. You know, they're the ones that's going to be rushing out for Black Friday.
Yeah.
They're the ones that's celebrating Christmas, celebrating their birthdays and all that. Those are pagan holidays, man. You know. And furthermore, that Thanksgiving thing is a slaughter of your people, man.
Right.
You know?
We call it thanks taking, thanks killing.
Yo, God,
Right? Because that's what occurred.
That's what they did. And they had a meal about it, man.
Yeah.
No, and that's crazy. I just heard some other stuff too that you said that, man. not to jump on topic, but wow, that movie, what's that, Leatherface? That movie is supposedly, that's what the heathens used to do to them. They would kill your brother, cut his face off, and put it on. Then rape them. Then I think rape.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, that's it. Yup. But they were raping the man in front of
His brother.
in front of his wife.
His wife.
If they'd do that, they'd kill his brother, put his brother's face on, and rape him in front of his wife, and then take the baby out of his wife and kill him.
And stump him.
Yeah.
And then have him starve, kill his grand folks, and feed it to him.
These Gentiles, these heathens, they got hell to pay, man.
Right. Judgment. Judgment is coming for, not salvation. Judgment is coming for them.
Read that one more time. That's God. I'm saying that tells you right there.
That's so crazy.
Circumcised and uncircumcised.
Yeah.
And do it when it says when you come into this truth, you gotta circumcise your mind, man. You know? Get rid of that foreskin.
We mentioned that on the bus.
Because the foreskin, that's supposed to hold a lot of bacteria and stuff like that. That's why you're supposed to get circumcised as a child. You know?
Right.
So the circumcision is that means you're cleaning yourself, your area down. You know? So when you come into this thing, you gotta circumcise your mind, you gotta clean your mind, man.
Take away all that,
right.
that toxins. That's
right.
learning.
That's right. That's right. You got it, bro.
This says the book of Colossians 3 verse 11, where there's neither Greek nor Jew, circumcision nor uncircumcision, barbarian, Scythian, bond nor free, but Hamashiach is all and in all.
That's right. That's talking about all Israelites. Matter of fact, you can get that word Gentile right there. You got to do that. And that'll tell you right there what Gentiles is talking about. Since y'all want to say everybody can be. Well, let's see who's right and wrong in the up and coming time.
Right.
You know? Because you definitely ain't going to be.
Unless ye repent.
Yeah, come. Then he does well. So if the Lord made the earth our six, who are we going to rule over if everybody's going to get it?
Exactly. It doesn't make any sense.
Right.
If the Lord said there was a remnant going to be saved 144,000 and 1/3, that's going to rule, right? Future rulers, as it tells you in Daniel, we shall take the kingdom. Then what about the other people?
Yeah.
What are they going to do while these future rulers are ruling? Right? Hey man, you know, those are future prophecies, the future rulers. You know, because right now you got to think, right? The government ain't that big. You probably got 300 elites that's ruling the world right now, with their little secret societies. You know, it don't take many to rule the world and other nations. You know?
The leader of this world is a small number. That's why they want to hoard everything up for themselves. You know? What's that? Colossians 2:11.
Because if the whole world is going to be saved, then why would the scripture say, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity? Who's going to captivity?
That's right.
It's just simple. Like these.
Oh, you talking about the word Greek?
No,
They don't have Gentiles not in
they
there.
don't have to. That's true.
Yeah, Gentiles in 3 and 11. It's Greek,
Huh.
not Gentile.
I got a quick one.
Yeah.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 2. It says, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. Let me read it again. It says, Amos 3 and 2. It says, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. You only have I known. Who's the only ones that was given the covenant? The Israelites. Right? So it says, therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. Not everybody's iniquities. You don't see the heathen, they eat whatever they, man, but they're not given the same judgment as we are.
Let's say it right there.
Helen, yeah.
Oh, you know? We're not ruling anything over any other nation. We're the bottom. We're in the bottom right now. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. You know, we've been a laughing stock through sports, through television, through jobs, through all of that. You know, while the other nations, they reaping off of the benefits of us. You know?
I got that word. I got that word. But it said it don't give you the Gentile, but it says the Greek, which is Helen, right? It says the Greek either by nationality, whether a native of the mainland or of the Greek islands or colonies. In the widest sense, the name embraces all nations, not Jews, that made the language, customs, and learning of the Greeks their own. The primary reference is to a difference of religion and worship. All right, so that's not talking about us. And if you think everybody can make it, man, listen, you in the wrong spirit.
Right. I mean, what the, hey, what it say, Luke 9:27? It says, but those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me.
Yeah.
And what does they tell you? Every knee shall bow, every tongue shall confess, right?
Right.
Doesn't mean there's salvation.
That's right. Come.
Yeah, but they are going to bow. They are going to submit to Yahweh B'Shem Shai, to the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
It doesn't mean they're going to get salvation,
Right.
dummy. That's what I'm going to write. Salvation for dummies. And give it to them brothers. So you can repent. And it's going to be that same color. Was it black and yellow? You'll see them book for dummies. Man.
Matter of fact, you get John 10 and 16.
Yeah.
Probably start at 15. Then he sounds like, and you know what? When a person talks about all the Gentiles can make it, and they just making that broad sense, that means they haven't really read, they haven't dug, right?
They took it back.
They haven't dug up nothing, and the Spirit's not working with them, man. And for like the brother said, furthermore, they want that attention. They want to be the flavor of the week, man, so to speak. You know, every once in a while, you get a wild doctrine, man. You know.
You said John 10 and what?
16. It's out of 15.
I'm going to start at 11, actually. This says, the book of John, chapter 10, verse 11. I am the good shepherd, and the good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. But he that is a hireling,
There we go. That's what they are.
That sound familiar?
Yeah, that's right. They're hirelings.
But he that is a hireling, and not the shepherd, whose own the sheep are not, seeth the wolf coming, and leaveth the sheep, and fleeth, and the wolf catcheth them, and scattereth the sheep. That's what y'all doing. Y'all scatter the sheep with this madness.
Just like Nate, man. He a hireling, man.
Yeah.
You got Nate, what's his name? Johanna. They ain't really hear about that dude in a while, man.
All right.
You know, he probably laying low. he got Captain Cesariak doing all his dirty. No, but it said they're hirelings, which the sheep is not. You know? So that's all you're doing is trying to cause contention and confusion amongst the doctrine. Like I said, you're not going to fool the elect.
You just want to be seen.
That's right. You can fool everybody else, but you're not going to fool the elect. That's the bottom line.
It says the hireling fleeth because he is a hireling
Right.
and careth not for the sheep.
That's what the niggas do. You take that bag, you flee.
Yeah. And what did you flee? The true doctrine,
That's right. Yep. That's right.
the true knowledge, wisdom, and understanding.
That's right. Right.
Running away from it. Hey, we trying to give you real food, and you running away from it. You
Yep.
rather go back to a dog returning to its vomit,
Yep. That's right. Yep.
eating that Christianity food.
Good.
Yeah. It says, I am the good shepherd and know my sheep and am known of mine.
That's right.
As the Father knoweth me, even so now I, the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep.
Damn.
And other sheep I have, which are not of this fold, them also I must bring, and they shall hear my voice, and there shall be one fold and one shepherd.
See that? So he said those sheep. What sheep is he talking about?
Yeah,
He's not talking about the whole world.
right.
You know? He's talking about his sheep said they shall hear his voice. Let's hear his voice when we read it. You know, the scriptures, that's his voice. If you can understand it, you can get it. You know, a lot of people have ears, but they can't hear what the Spirit is saying. They got eyes, but they can't see what the Spirit is showing them.
Yeah.
You know, they're the walking dead, basically. You know,
Hey, like the brother said earlier, there's one of ones for everything.
that's right.
He's got one people. He's got one flower. He's got one animal. He's got one land. Y'all trying to make Yahushua a liar.
That's right.
Yeah, right.
Hey.
I got a scripture real quick. This is 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 1. It says, I charge thee before the Most High and the Lord Hamashiach, Yahushua Hamashiach, who shall judge the quick and the dead at his appearing and his kingdom. Preach the word, be instant, in season and out of season. Reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. For the time will come, which we in right now, it says, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. And they shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall be turned unto fables. You know, and that's what the niggas doing. They turn to fables, man. You know? And what's a fable? That's like a tale, man. You telling the story about like a fibber, you're a fucking liar, bitch.
Hey, because as soon as they talk about their new doctrine, what's the next thing out of his mouth? Hey, my mixtape coming out too. New mixtape.
Ooh, yo, the word, damn, this is heaven.
And that's real. Listen to that dude. He got a mixtape coming out every time.
That's why
he got something new.
That's why
Some new type of doctrine.
That's why he's so mixed.
Yeah.
Yo, the word for fables is mythos. It's a fucking myth.
Right.
It says a speech, word saying, a narrative story. Yeah, all right, it says true narrative. It says a fiction, a fable, an invention of a falsehood. That's what it is. That's an invention of a falsehood. Y'all telling myths, man. Y'all telling lies, man. All right.
Making up stories.
Hey. Hey, and the Lord warns us not to sell the truth, right?
Yep.
But what is he doing? He, again, the same guys. They got these other channels. Get the exclusive.
Yeah.
Get the
That's
exclusive.
just like
Subscribe to this. I
This is
said. Right.
breakdowns.
Right.
Like, yo, you want this breakdown? $9.99.
Right. Get it early. Get it early. Hey, true men of the Lord got it already.
That's right.
Someone should get it early.
Yeah, that's not your brother. As usual.
Yeah, you gonna sell it to your brothers? Because the only people who really want to watch it are the men of the Lord anyway.
When you got it for free,
That's right.
you know?
That's right. Matter of fact, you get that. It's, matter of fact, it's Proverbs chapter 23 and 23. As the brother just said, it says, buy the truth and sell it not. All wisdom, instruction, and understanding. And wisdom, it's like it says, and instruction and understanding. All right, so when it says buy the truth, that means obtain it. All right, you're supposed to get it, understand it. You know? We ain't coming out here with no buckets telling people, oh yeah, $50 to hear the word. No.
Yeah, right.
You know? It's like when you go to those churches and all that, man. What they doing? Yo, they used to, matter of fact, and yo, that's a cut on them Christian churches. Because I remember when they used to sell, the pastor would have a certain
VHS recorder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And,
No, when I was in church,
and tapes.
no, when I was in church, I used to record. I was the one holding the camera and everything. But like you said, the VHS camera,
Yeah.
and the VHS tape.
Yeah.
And they would sell it to the congregation
Right.
at the end. You just heard the truth.
I heard your bullshit. Yeah, we just heard your bullshit.
Just heard the
You gotta hear it again?
Yeah, so you might sell it. Yeah, yo, you can take this home to your family.
Right.
Can see it. You selling lies, man.
Right.
But that's just, because you're not supposed to do that, man.
Right.
If you buy the truth, you don't sell it. This doctrine is for free, man.
They make merchandise off of the words of the Lord.
Hey.
Right thing, Yahweh Shah flip,
Mm,
flip the tables
right, huh?
on them, the wicked scribes and Pharisees trying to make, merchandise. We're not salesmen. We're not selling you lies.
Yeah.
We just here to talk the truth, to whoever it goes out to, and that's it.
Right.
We try to do our best in our own, personal lives.
And that's why I rebuke you, Dr. Reverend Pass the Plate.
Yeah, because they're gonna have a feast on Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
Remember that
Big
dude
old
that,
ham too.
Yep.
What's that dude he claimed he was King David? He had Thanksgiving.
Oh,
man,
with
that
all
guy.
the crabs and
Yeah, cut. Pork.
pork.
Usually, all that bullshit.
See, we're not doing that.
That guy looked like a wild boar.
Okay.
He was built like a wild
I
boar.
heard from
That's
him
why.
since.
That's why the Lord made mock him. He
And yo,
sitting there looking like a wild boar.
That's right. And that look in his eyes was crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, but everybody in his congregation was overweight. and shit,
Yeah.
you know?
No, straight
I'm
up, they
looking at
was.
the
Yeah.
food they eat.
Yep.
They full of parasites.
Hey, the Lord set them out to mock themselves
That's right, yep.
because he looked straight like a big old wild boar
That's right.
and sounded like one too.
And the Lord shows you men, he'll set them up an example unto who not to follow.
Right. Hey, he set you up to mock yourself.
That's right, yo.
That's what happened.
That's right. Yo, I got what you were saying about the merchandise. This and Yahweh Shah going to snap over that, man. Just like what was Taza Doctor? He used to make the images of himself and sell them shits.
Oh,
Did he have his own bobblehead one time? Like he was at a Sixers
dolls.
game.
Yeah, he had dolls, like action figures.
Yeah,
That's
bugged
crazy.
out, man.
Yeah, selling it to his
Yo,
congregation.
bugged out.
So he basically putting himself over Yahweh Shah, man. But this is John chapter 2. I'm gonna start at verse 12. It says, after this, he went down to Capernaum, he and his mother and his brother and his disciples, and they continued there not many days. And the Jews' Passover was at hand, and Yahweh Shah went into Jerusalem and found in the temple. This was the second temple too. All right, he said, and found in the temple those that sold oxen and sheep and doves, and the charges of money sitting. And when he had made a scourge of small cords, listen, he made like a whip. He said a scourge of small cords. He's about to whoop their ass. That's why he said, what he say? He put scourges for
amendments.
For the amendment, second amendment. That's punishment. Because he was about to feel the pain for what they was doing. It says that when he had made a scourge of small cords, he drove them all out of the temple, and the sheep and the oxen, and poured out the charges' money, and overthrew the tables, and said unto them that sold doves, take these things hence, make not my father's house a house of merchandise. So you ain't supposed to be doing all that shit.
He had to throw all that money like, here, nigga,
Yeah.
take that shit, nigga. Who's the Caesar with a Caesar?
God. And not because the first temple, this was the second temple of Yahweh Shah was in.
Second, with the
Yeah,
Babylonians.
and that's why he said he's going to rebuild the temple. And that third temple was going to be the man.
Hey, he put belt to ass too.
Okay, yeah. So he was irate.
Yeah.
Just imagine when he comes back. Just imagine when he comes back, man. Verse 17 it says, and his disciples remembered that it was written the zeal of thine house hath eaten me up. Then answered the Jews and said unto him, what sign shewest thou unto us, seeing that thou doest these things? Yahushua answered and said unto them, destroy this temple, destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up. See that? And they ain't even understand what he was saying.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You know, they thinking, oh, because it took a while to build that temple. Matter of fact, you know what? I think I got how long it took.
Right, because Esau, they talking about building a third temple over there, I believe in DC.
Yeah.
With the ball, what is it called? The ball or whatever?
Temple.
You know?
No.
But they talking about sacrificing the red heifer and all that when it goes into scripture. But no, the third temple is being built right in front of our enemies' faces by the way of men, which you cannot overthrow, you know, because scripture said what? We are lively stones. And Yahushua is what? The cornerstone. You know, so he's that rock, that cornerstone that we're building upon through the way of the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, the doctrine. You know, while we're chaining down this house that's built upon sand, which is going to go down, you know, quickly, you know, within an hour, because this is a house on sand. You know, so if you build your house, you building your foundation, your words, the truth on a rock, meaning it can't be overthrown, man. You know, because that's the words.
We're in a white car.
Still taking
Right. Right.
Nah, it says, yo, matter of fact, he said in 3 days, right? So it took 46 years to build the second temple. You know? That's why their head was messed up. It took 46 years to build this temple. What you mean you're going to rebuild it in 3 days? They're going to have to understand it. You know what I'm saying?
And that's heavy because the third temple has been being built within what? How long has it been from the 60s till now? The third temple was being built quick.
John the Baptist. Our priest, rabbi, about that.
He said, I shall visit you on the third day. You know, which the third day, because when you read in the scriptures, it says, what?
That's 1,000 years.
1,000 years, a day to the Lord. A day to us is 1,000 years to the Lord. You know, because Yahushua was here 2,000 years ago.
1,000 years to us is a day.
1,000 years to us is a day. It's a lot. Yeah.
Slip.
Right. So that would mean 2,000 years ago, Yahushua was on the scene. So when he comes back, which is what, the third day, which would be around right now, the latter days. You know, for that salvation.
Yeah. We in there.
That's
We
right.
in there.
Cut. And then we see all the signs, like all the prophecies being fulfilled.
And it's lucky.
And this last one, like we always bring it out every week, man. The RFID mic.
Hey, and that's here.
Yo, cut.
You know,
The technology.
that's here. Yeah.
Technology
Got it all set up.
So you groups that was teaching that the RFID microchip is not the mark of the beast. You got a lot of explaining to do.
Yeah.
Especially now with the with Apple, you know, resulting to the digital ID. They're making it convenient where they're like, oh, because of the TSA workers during the shutdown, now they left, so it made it harder for people to travel.
Right.
People ain't gonna travel the way it was before, because now they say, oh well, because it's only domestic travels, it's not international. Which when it goes international, because that's gonna be global.
Right.
But now they say, oh, you don't gotta take out your ID, you don't gotta take out all these paperwork. You just scan your phone. And then you gotta think, Apple, they got the smart watch.
Right.
So you could just scan your wrist.
Right.
How they got it in Amazon. You know what I mean? So we're seeing these final prophetic events actually take place. No, we've never seen that in Rome. Never seen that in Egypt. Never seen that in the Syrian capital. We're seeing it now. You know? But real quick, going back to the third temple, that's who we are. Because remember the Lord said, where 2 or 3 are gathered there in the
Bitch ass
midst.
nigga left.
This is church, right? Because that's why it was symbolic for Yahweh Shai to resurrect. What? On the 3rd day.
Dang.
You know? Because we're going to be renewed on the 3rd day, which we're approaching now when Yahweh Shai come back. You know?
It's like a doomsday clock. When it strikes 12 o'clock, that's a new day. So,
Right. So there's the book of Hosea, chapter 6, verse 2. It says, after 2 days will he revive us. In the 3rd day, he will raise us up, and we shall live in his sight.
yes, yeah, damn.
Dang.
That's what.
Now, I'm going to get that in NLT.
Yeah, kind of. So we're going to live in the sight. We're going to rule with you, man. We're going to be with Yahweh Shai, who we've been talking about all these years, man. It's coming back to deliver us. You see what happened over there in Denver, Colorado, over the airport.
Oh, you saw that?
That image of the face.
You saw that, bro?
With the afro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
The
damn.
yeah. And then you can clearly see.
It was
You
big.
can
Yeah.
Yo.
And now, when the brother
Hey.
sent that picture to him, I was like, damn. Matter of fact, Apostle Gabar did a video on that too.
I sent
Oh,
it-
did
I
he?
sent it to you.
Yeah, cut.
No, I just saw it. Yeah, I just saw
Apostle
it.
Gabar did a video on it. But that's a hell of a place to
Right.
for that face to appear. Because look at the Denver airport, they got all the signs on the wall of the up and coming destruction. You know, it's like coding for their elite. And also over there at the Denver airport, you have it's a bunker right there, man. An underground bunker, and it's inside a mountain, man. All right, it starts in the inside of the mountain. They did a video on that years ago, and they went through there and they was showing it, you know, and it's protected by the military, so ain't nobody just running up in there. Man.
Wow.
You know? And I recently just watched that movie again, 2012. You know, where they had to try to make it the time, the same type of scenario. They was trying to get up out of it. America was getting destroyed, but they was going to China because that's where they were supposed to meet up to hop on them ships or whatever. You know?
God.
But yeah, that's a heavy place. And matter of fact, me and the brother was out yesterday, and we seen they got this damn near the same signs here in Philadelphia in the subway, man, at City Hall. They just started putting them up, and the lady was like, "Oh, can I take a picture of y'all guys looking at it?" And I'm looking because we were stuck like, "Oh, what the fuck?" We looking at this shit like, "Yo, this is new." Plus, on top of that, it's just like that. Was going on in Denver at the airport. The same type of images throughout I took pictures of them.
Wow.
We was walking like, "Oh snap!" So they shut destruction is coming to this place, man. There's no getting around it. And now you're starting to see what they say, the writings on the wall. Well, you see them.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
literally,
yeah.
the writings on the
Yeah,
wall.
literally. Bro.
Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. How they say it.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, real quick, I got that in the NLT, where the Lord will revive us on the 3rd day. Hosea 6:2 in the NLT says, in just a short time, he will restore us. They did not just mention the real restoration. Right?
Right.
It says, so that we may live in his presence. Come. So that's the nation of Israel that's going to be restored. Not the whole world.
That's right.
You know, to live in his presence.
Yeah.
Y'all are not God. Now look
Because
at
to
this.
live is to rule, not to be slaves anymore. These heathens are going to be slaves.
Yeah,
You know, that's not living.
that's right. Y'all got some of the images for Denver. You see it on there?
Wow.
See? They got something that's showing you destruction. They got the people. It looked like a Jake in the grave.
Right.
No, children dying, the fire, the smoke, of the torment of this place, man. So yeah, they know it's coming. They put this. That's the writing on the wall,
Right.
so to speak. Matter of fact, I'm trying to find that one. They had a guy with one of them has mask on, and damn, look at this.
Yeah, them images. And that was pertaining to like a art museum
Yeah, cut.
that they had going on, like an event or whatever, with new art, pictures or
That shit.
Downtown?
Yeah,
yeah.
cut, yeah.
Oh.
So they were displaying it, you know, and it was a photographer there.
Yeah.
You know, but it was all demonic.
Yeah.
You know, you had like Hebrew writings, serpents, and it was just all demonic. You know, and that's what Esau's into, man.
Yeah.
You know, you could put a fucking banana on the wall. And
Yo, look
what's
at this.
that?
This also at the Denver airport too. You see those images?
Wow.
And that's demonic. That's little images, man.
Because does not Esau deal with symbology?
Yeah.
You know, like the brother mentioned, Denver airport with the horse, the black horse, with the pictures, with
that's
the spirit. With the dogs.
It's blue. It's blue.
And
I forgot what they call that joint.
Because they can have a whole story in just a picture.
Right.
And people just look past it. Just like the picture in the Denver airport. When they had the man with the sword, you had a dove. I think he was from the Nazis or whatever. And somebody made a documentary breaking, you know, basically going in depth.
Oh, God. Ooh.
About that image.
That's what it is. Yo, that image, that horse that we just saw, right?
Yeah.
Now, this is heavy right here. I forgot about this. But that's why you see that image of that image in the sky. It says the blue Mustang, also known as Lucifer.
Oh
shit.
It's called Lucifer.
Wow.
Represents the wild spirit of the old American God.
Wow. Hey man, that's nothing but a signal. When they put these things up,
that's right.
Paintings, sculptures, nothing but signals to the wicked elite. Like,
God
hey,
damn.
Yeah.
They like, you know where they come from cover.
Right.
You know? But hey man,
Wow.
And then you gotta think like people are so not aware.
Right.
You got symbols all around us every day. You got images on the stones, on the infrastructure of the buildings. You know, all those things meant something.
Yeah, they symbolize that death and destruction. That's what they symbolize.
You know, their little secret society images or whatever.
Yo, bro.
Yeah.
When you just said the symbol, I'm reading this, right? It says the Wild West. All right, going to Lucifer. It says the sculpture is the symbol of the American Wild West untamed spirit.
Ooh.
God damn! So they tell you they're untamed. This place,
Right.
Esau is untamed, man. And they have to be tamed again. They have to go into slavery. That's where they're going, man.
Hey, that's why Yahweh Shai got to crack them clouds open because ain't no flesh gonna be saved.
Damn.
Hey, no flesh is gonna be saved unless Yahweh Shai.
And it says it has glowing eyes, right?
Damn.
It says the glowing red eye. Damn, glowing red eyes. It says the glowing red eyes. These are a tribute to the artist's father who had a neon sign workshop, and also references the San Luis Valley legend of the blue coated stallion with red eyes. That's crazy. Why I got red? Hey, and you know what's crazy? That's making a mockery out of Yahweh Shai. Because who eyes is gonna be red?
Right.
He comes back. It says his eyes was red like
flames of fire.
Yeah, you know. So you make a blue horse, call him Lucifer. It's a mother, you call him Lucifer and give him red eyes. So you're trying to make a mockery of Yahweh Shai. Bashim of the Confidence. You know. So hey man, that's why that image, you see that image in the sky, man.
Yeah.
They're looking down on this place. This place is about to get annihilated.
I got a piece up. It says, the point is at, Salaki, the point is at 5, Revelation chapter 6. The point is at 5. I'm going to start at.
Are you sure?
All right, Salaki, I'm going to start at verse 3. Damn, I could actually start at 1. The point is at verse 5, though. Revelation chapter 6, verse, I'm going to start at 1. Right? It says, and I saw when the Lamb opened
Revelation 6 and
one of the seals and heard, as it were, the noise of thunder. One of the 4 beasts saying, come and see. And I saw, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat on it had a bow. You know, you got to understand the white horse represents purity,
It's a heart.
you know?
The Hebrew.
Because remember, Revelation 1:7 says that Abishai is going to be on that cloud,
Yeah.
you know, which is referred to as the cherry.
Yeah.
We're all pure,
Yeah.
you know, no blemish. Because he
And
was
that
that
red-
unblemished man, you
And
know?
that red horse is Esau.
Says, and I heard, it's like it, verse 2, it says, and I saw and behold a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went
Mm.
forth conquering and to conquer.
Yo, damn it, that's what he said. He had a crown on his head. He's the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords.
That's right.
And it said he went through conquering. That's what he's about to do. Take down all these nations, man.
That's right.
Then we was talking about this last week, and when it said, "Who is this that comes from Gaza with dyed garments?"
Ah,
You know, it's talking about Yahushua conquering all these nations, man.
Yep.
Because that's why he's wanted to be the King of Kings. You gotta take all the kings down.
You got it. Yeah, that's right.
That's how you get your rulership.
But they say you got to in order to be the best, you got to beat the
That's
best.
right, God.
ah.
Yeah, which
Right.
they not the best.
Exactly. No, hell,
They
they
just-
think they the best now. Like I was watching that video with Nero talking this weekend. He was
How you
talking
feeling?
crazy, man. He was like, you see, you know, and it's powerful because he was talking about how this nation is the best. It has the best this, the best that. That's a delusional effort.
That's-
Hey, you know what? You're the best at. You're the best at wickedness.
That's right,
Yeah,
gun.
That's what we're gonna give you.
Best at being the devil.
Right.
Right, because that, hey, listen, you know, the Lord is hardening their heart.
That's
Right.
Just like he did to
that's
Pharaoh.
right. That's right. Yep.
So he's giving them that pride. Yeah, let me make them think that they got it.
Right.
Because then when you come with the Hadouken, then it's like, oh shit, I wasn't they're gonna get caught like a thief in the night, you know? But it says, verse 3, and when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, come and see. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
That's Esau.
Right.
Just like what we just met there.
That's Esau.
You know? The red shields, the Rothschilds.
Hey, and
You know?
hey, when you think about it, we had a time of war.
That's right,
What did
God.
he just label his defense
No, the Department of War.
of
The
war?
Damn, yeah, kind.
Right? And that's what we are.
Yeah.
Even though they'll say peace and safety, peace,
Right,
peace,
yeah.
peace.
Pentagon.
He is now in every land trying to start a war. Venezuela, Nigeria,
That's right. Yep.
Middle East.
And that's
Yeah.
those are the lands that
Yeah.
he was mentioning in his speech, man.
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah.
He's like,
Man.
it's Venezuela and this and that. He's trying to make it seem like these nations are at peace with him. But like the brother said, man, he's coming with that war, man.
Yeah.
And you got to understand, if you know the tactics of Esau, because you got Russia's allies with Cuba. So what? They're gonna put Navy SEALs or Navy ships or whatever next to Cuba, using the allies like Venezuela,
Yeah.
like Brazil, like, you know what I'm saying? So they're setting, and that's the Lord setting up the Zephaniah 3 and 8. He set up these things for war.
Right. Because you go from the Department of Defense to the Department of War.
Because they was on the
Department of War.
They was on the defensive.
Right.
But yet,
Now they're lashing out.
Right. Now they're taking the offensive.
But that-
We are now the Department of War.
but yet
Come
they're
on,
talking
man.
about peace.
Right.
When the scriptures has said right here that they're gonna take away peace.
Right.
Right? Real quick, it says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him, right? To him, which is a man, a
Right.
government.
Right.
The earth was given to the hands of the wicked,
That's right.
right? That devil, the deceiver, right? That sat there, thereon to take peace from the earth.
Right.
So when they say
Yeah.
peace and safety, so that just shows you right there. There's not gonna be no peace.
And there never has been. He's
Right.
been in every continent, in every country, and set up what? Bases
That's right, God.
Right.
with
Yeah.
soldiers
The only place that got bases,
everywhere,
right?
all through the world.
That's a bully.
Yeah.
You know?
The gooch.
It says, and they should kill
Yeah,
one
yeah.
another. And there was given unto him a great sword. Was not Cain, or what was it, Cain or Esau.
Esau was given the
Given
sword.
no, Cain was the sword of the earth. Esau was given the fatness of the earth, if I'm not mistaken.
Let me put it, yeah.
That's that too.
Yeah.
His blessing with the
Sword, yeah.
and the
Esau.
sword.
It was Esau.
It's both of them.
Yeah.
It was both because I
Yeah,
know
no, I'm saying that both blessings.
that was
You
that's
got
being
the
covered.
fatness of heaven.
Yeah.
Like, you got that. It's,
Yeah.
Genesis 25. No, that's
I'll
what
put it up.
it's a little further. But
Genesis 27.
Yeah, Con, that's the
And by the
blessing.
sword shalt thou live.
Con, I was just about to quote that
Khan,
scripture too.
what's that?
Genesis 27.
27 verse 40.
Con.
It says, and by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Yes.
And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him.
Okay, so that was Esau. Khan.
Yeah.
So that was the point of that. So yeah, that sword that thou shalt live. That's how they conquer the whole earth.
Yeah.
Through war, through rape, rob, and murder. That's John 10:10. Where's the enemy come not but to steal, kill, and destroy?
Right.
Really paraphrasing? So by the blood that they shed, the blood that they, really paraphrasing, it's going to be shed by them.
Yeah, because the land can't be cleansed except by the blood.
It can't be cleansed by the ones
Yeah,
who
it
shed
can't
it.
be cleansed. Yeah.
And that's why the Lord's going to destroy it
Yeah.
through a way of fire and not by water no more. But real quick, going back to Revelation 6:4, it says, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. Verse 5, it says, and when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, like the brother showed the image,
Yeah.
right, in the Denver airport. It says, and he that, okay, come. And he that sat on it had a pair of balances in his hand. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, going into famine.
Yeah.
And their measure of barley for a penny. And see, thou hurt not the oil and the wine, which is do not hurt which is the words of the Lord, which is referred to as the oil, the wine. But what it's going into, real quick, it's going into a barley for a penny, which is a day's wage, right? So whatever you are making now, you're gonna see inflation to hyperinflation, to shrinkflation, to where you're gonna see starvation. And I'm not even trying to spit bars, but that's what's coming. That's the measurement, the scale, like you have in the court when you go into the courthouses. You got that woman blindfolded with the measurings, and it's a balance, it's a scale. They're trying to judge out which their measurement is off, but the Lord is measuring,
And it shows you that the scale is unbalanced too. And that's supposed to have that blindfold on the face. That's supposed to represent blind judgment. But they blind period.
Yeah.
Can I ask about the word? I believe there was a Can I get the camera? Is that on? Is it live?
Go ahead, brother. Just say what you got to say. Don't come
all
over
right,
there.
So, what it says, like, it's better, like, if you cause any of these little ones to sin, like, you'll be dropped in the water. The mouse, it's better to be like dropped in the water, like.
Talking about great millstone. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, what's that verse? Because recent
It said it'd be better if a millstone hung around your neck.
and dropped in the water if you cause any of these little ones to sin, right?
You have a question?
Yeah. But I just wanted to know if that was the verse, simply because I've been noticing lately, within the world, today, currently, there are people who take education to influence children into going down the wrong path. And I just wanted to make sure that, because y'all got y'all Bibles, I don't got no Bible on me or anything. I just wanted to make sure that that was the right thing, that I was saying. I didn't want to just, because I know that, teaching the wrong thing is also, deemed.
Well, what do you believe?
Huh?
What do you believe?
I believe in God.
What's his name?
Yahweh.
Yahweh. Of course, brother. Check it out, dog. What you said. This is Luke chapter 17 and 2. I'm gonna start at verse 17. It says, then said it to the disciples, please, bro. It says, it is impossible, but that offenses will come. But woe unto him through whom they come.
Woe unto him.
Yeah, that's destruction. But it says, verse 2, it says, it were better for him that a millstone were hung about his neck and he cast into the sea, then that he should offend one of these little ones. So that's talking about offenses. Like if you offend
That's all I
man,
need to hear.
What the fuck up?
Jake is just bugged out, man.
Honestly, I thought dude was a wizard, bro.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? Because he had that joint on his head and everything. But when it fucked me up when he said Yahweh. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, you close this Yahweh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That nigga, he won his 15 minutes.
But you know
He
what's
told us,
spiritual
can I get
about
on the
that?
kid? No, motherfucker. Stay right there.
But hey, you know what's spiritual?
Yeah.
You know what's spiritual about that though? Because he came up and he
was courteous though.
he mentioned that scripture. You know, because that's going into how, like, you know, those that offend the elect, it's better that they
Yeah.
just hang themselves. So
Right.
now we just read about how Esau is going to bring death, right? So it's better that they, you know what I'm saying? So I see how everything connected through the spirit, you know. But hey, man, because what the scriptures speak about, he that touches any of my little ones,
Right.
you know, the apple, because we the apple of the Lord's eye. So once Esau starts coming down for us, now that's when the Lord is going to really bring the hammer,
Yeah.
you know? So that was kind of spiritual when you think about it, even though whatever, you know, but hey, everything is spiritual, man.
Hey, man, he wanted to go by. What's the brother from the? That's right.
Yeah,
he just
yeah,
did that.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, whoa. I was about to turn it on, you know what I'm saying? He was like,
I thought
whoa. I said, man, Church of Philadelphia with a viral moment.
About to turn to Super Saiyan.
But now I got a scripture to back up what you're saying as far as the red horse with the sword was given to him. Because we just saw what was that? Genesis 27.
27 verse 40.
With
Yeah,
the,
Esau.
with the 27 verse 40 with the sword being as a blessing, man.
Right.
All right. And also that sword represents Esau as well, man.
Yep.
You know? But this is Psalms chapter 22, verse 20. It says, deliver my soul from the sword, my darling from the power of the dog. God damn. The power of the dog. Did not Job also mention? He told so he wouldn't even have his dogs at the table to eat.
Right.
Man. You know? But that's Malak Dawah. He said, deliver my soul from the sword, man. Who is that sword, man? The one that red horse, the one that's going to come down with this great wrath.
All right.
Power is given unto him to do what? To deceive all the nations. Because all the nations are deceived, man. They think that they go by the names that Esau called their ass, man.
Right.
You know, like we mentioned, the Japanese, the Chinese, the Arabians. That's not their real names, man. They Ishmaelites, man.
Right.
You know, they even changed the name of the other land, like ancient Babylon. It goes into what? That land is right there in modern day Iraq, man. You know, the land of the Chaldeans, right over there, right in Iraq. That's why the Lord is having a lot of things happen over there. Man.
Right.
To clean that place up, to prepare his rightful holders.
And that's why we call you.
the Israelites.
Yeah, that's why we call you the physical counterpart of spiritual
That's right.
demon Satan.
No, that's right.
Damn
Right.
devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
That's who you are.
That's right. So you got
Just
that
by your
Revelation-
actions.
Revelation 6. I think it starts at 13. I think.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 6, verse 13.
And this is going into like that Denver airport. We're talking about that. And they got that bunker in the mountains. Because that's where they're going to go and run to, man. A lot of them. You know? Elon Musk. They got these drones all over the world, man. You know? The bunkers. And they've been building.
Yeah.
So what are they building these bunkers for, man? What you got it, bro?
Right.
Right.
And that's what a lot of like the Midwest,
Yo,
like
yeah.
you know what I mean. Got them, yeah, a lot of mountains.
Out there, man. Even Camp David over here in Pennsylvania.
All right.
You know?
It says it's the book of Revelation, chapter 6, verse 13. And the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely
Hey,
figs.
see that? And that's talking about John the Revelator was seeing the missiles hit. He saw that, but when you actually see those missiles get shot off, like John the Revelator, he looking like, yo, what is that? He never saw the missile, so he caught it after things he saw in the sky. That must have been a star from, you know. I see it, and just like there, a lot of prophets explained it as a glittering sword. You know, the arrow shot from one end of the earth to another, because they was explaining it and the things that was most convenient for them, which they saw every day. Yeah. They never seen no missiles back then. There wasn't no missiles back then.
Right.
Them came about with Abraham, and he did that atomic bomb shit. You know? What you got, brother?
It says, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind.
See that? Damn.
They was just.
You see how, like the figs, when they look like, they comparing to a missile, how they fall, man.
Right.
The shape of it.
Because even with Esther, when he said, the arrow shall be shot from one end of the earth to another, what arrow could go that far?
Okay.
It was just giving a description to their best, what they saw, their visions.
Okay.
And the heaven departed as a scroll.
Damn.
When it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places.
God.
Jeez.
Every mountain.
Jeez.
They're going to be moved. They're going to the mountains and follow us. That's
it says, and the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains.
And that reminds me of that dream I had a while ago, man. I think it was maybe like a couple years back now, man. When it was like it was in a mountain. The people that was in the mountain, it was just like the people just missed. You had the mighty men, which was the military, was in there. You had the I guess the so-called great people of this nation, the governments, you know. You had like all the people that purchased a slot in this underground bunker. But I saw that, and like the vision, it was so vivid because I actually saw a missile hit. I saw the missile hit the I saw the missile hit the earth, and I felt the flame. I felt the heat of that, man. You know, I felt the heat of that missile. That's how, like the prophets back in the ancient time, when they had visions and everything, they woke up sick, man. Yeah. Because of what they saw. They couldn't believe what they saw, man. You know? But I felt that heat. And it was a woman, she was on one of them old, I think it was like a World War II film. You know? I'm gonna look it up, see if I can find it. But she was like, once you felt the impact and everything, like people was high, and I seen the flames coming towards the mountain and everything. And like the mountain has cracked in half after all that destruction was coming. And it was the woman was like, no, the military saw the military personnel, like he had on a uniform and everything. He walking like up on the higher level, and he yelled down. He said, "Is all the military personnel okay?" And then you heard the people, yes, we're fine. Then I was taken out of that. I was taken on the outside of the mountain. I was looking down at the mountain and just seeing the destruction all around. I was like, damn. That morning I woke up, I was in the fetal position. That shit, it felt so real, man. You know? And that's what that scripture, like I seen that, I had a dream of that, man. It's crazy. You got it, man. That's what's coming, man. That's what's coming.
Well, the mountains represent the governments.
Right. But that's the actual mountain that they running into.
This scripture, yeah.
At least it ain't as bad as last one. Oh shit. Another one. That's an old ass ambulance. National events.
It's going to be an international event coming soon.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, the biggest event is on this nation now. Yep. So yeah, this is gonna be a real national event here.
Yo, this the image I saw, yo. Yo, this the kind of phone in my dream this lady was on. Look, something like this. But it said it had like the It was something just like that. But instead of the headphones, it was a little piece that you stick to your ear and you talk inside the phone. You know? What you got it, brother?
It says, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand?
That's right. So who's going to be able to stand that day? Lord coming to
Jeez.
You know? That's what we're waiting for right now, man.
Right.
That's exactly what we're waiting for. No, like we've been saying, those people got those bunkers. Like you see Rick Ross talking that shit. Oh, yeah, homie, we got our bunkers and this, that. You think that them niggas care about you, man?
Right.
And that day, it's going to be no holds bar, every man for himself.
Right.
You know? Like the scriptures say, does a man have child? Have you seen a man have child? But they're going to have their hands on their bellies and travail like a normal child.
Yeah.
You know? That's crazy. That's what's coming to this place, man. And you're starting to see people bug out now. When the food stamps, that was a test too, man. Shut it off. But now they're starting to give it back to people. I was just on a bus talking to somebody, you know. She was like, oh, yeah, I got all mine. That's what they supposed to do, this, that. Hey, playing with y'all.
Right, that's all. Just playing.
Yeah, it's to see what you're going to do. And I seen, I believe this was over somewhere in the Midwest or the West Coast. There's like, oh, the food stamps got turned back on. It was like a picture of a shopping cart. It was all abominable food in there, man. Crab legs. Bullshit. Shit you ain't supposed to eat. You know it's a nigga woman's cart.
Hey, and all they wanted to see was your reaction.
That's right.
They wanted you to go on YouTube and say, I'm gonna do this. They wanted that reaction. Because now they got him. You got
what we going to do now.
Yeah, you got you. You know you done fucked up, right?
Ooh.
You know you done fucked up. Because now they know you'll do anything to make sure you get them food stamps. So when that UBI come, hey, you going to say thank you.
Yo, when you had dudes saying, yo, what days y'all gonna go rob these stores, run up rent days? He's like, 'cause I can save my money since I buy the food over there. I said, God damn. You see all these videos coming out of people just going to stores, just taking shit, man. That's civil unrest. That's what they're bringing. That's what they want, man.
Yep.
You know?
So this is how they're gonna react. So hey, that's the chaos we need.
It's like somebody that's easily bothered, you pick on them, you know how they react. After a while, you're like, yeah, I know how to get to them.
Right.
I checked what you
That's
just
what
mentioned,
problem, reaction, solution.
Right.
They see the reaction.
That order ab chaos.
They cause the problem. They see the reaction.
Hey.
Then they want to come up with a solution from the problem they caused.
But yo, check this out. This, I looked this up. The U.S. Department of Agriculture. Now that's what for food.
Yep.
Right? U.S. Department of Agriculture put out a tender, a formal request for bids for 32,000 rounds of ammunition in 2012.
Woo!
Boy, why they buy that ammunition? That they protecting their food. But they know. They know it's about to happen.
Right.
They're going to start laying you down, man. Putting you in the spirit world for trying to come and run in those places, man.
Yeah.
You know, because that's why they're going to cut it off. You know, and then all this food down there is human food, man, human meat, man.
Right.
You know, they telling you that, man. More and more, even Putin said that. He said the Americans over there are eating their own people, man. And you see how many children and women and all this go missing a year, man. Now, matter of fact, they made a hell of an analogy, man. When they was talking about that Popeye's chicken sandwich, remember man? He was killing each other.
Yeah.
He was like,
Oh,
all these different people were missing, then boom, the chicken sandwich come out. And everybody was going crazy, man. Everybody was going crazy and everything. Them niggas was in there killing each other over a chicken sandwich.
Damn way. So all of a sudden, it was all the people
that was missing. Then you get a chicken
That's when
sandwich.
the chicken.
That's a ritual. That's a ritual, man. You know.
Damn, that's
That's
crazy.
crazy. And that if that's not like blatant or obvious, I don't know what the hell is, man.
Right.
And they've been telling you them Amalekites are telling you how they've been taking the children, grinding them up and selling them McDonald's. He said McDonald's is one of the major organizations that buy the meat.
Mm-hmm.
You get the classic one.
That was so-called Rabbi Finkelstein.
Yeah, yep.
And he
was dropping.
When they recorded him on a phone call, and he
Dang.
was stating, which he's an Amalekite, stating that McDonald's is one of the main restaurants where they butcher people. Cause you gotta think, bro.
Nah, they don't pay
There's
about
not
that
many fucking cows or chickens that can store up. How many McDonald's is in one state? Or Popeyes or Wendy's in one state? So imagine 50 states.
Right.
You times that.
Yeah.
That's man.
That's what they was doing. What he was saying is like how they do their rituals. They drink the blood of these people.
They
Yeah.
drain them.
They drink the blood. Yo, it was a woman on the internet that said that. She made a mistake. She's like, oh yeah, we drink the blood. Oh, so they just had to switch it
I
up.
seen
real
that.
quick.
I know you
You know what I mean? So their whole mouth is falling on them, man.
Demonic, man.
Yeah, they bringing out the information on themselves that we already know. Just
Right.
like they ate Nat Turner. They thought that they used to take our flesh and all. They took souvenirs off the ones that they killed. Man.
Right.
And for that, you got to pay for that, man. That's coming down the pipeline. They used to have what's they call a picnic. The picnic was pick and lick.
Picking yeah.
And hang them, and everybody come out there and eat and watch this shit, man. That was entertainment. They even had postcards and stamps like that, man. Referencing these things, man.
Mhm.
So
Feeding
these
the
people,
babies, the alligators.
that's crazy. What will possess you to want to eat another human, man? That's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
That's some demonic shit,
Right.
man. That's because y'all wicked, man.
Well, you
But
think-
they think that when they eat us, that they're going to get certain powers. That's why they eat. That's why they ate that time. It was a mockery, and they thought they was going to get their power that he possessed, man.
That's why they take our blood so much.
That's right, y'all.
Because they look at the different type of blood we
That's
got
right,
and what they got.
That's right, y'all.
What the hell you need a whole fucking tube of my blood?
Yeah. Not just one, multiple.
Yeah.
Right.
Now let me take your blood.
Right.
Fuck, you need other blood.
Yeah.
That's why they target the children, because when they take the children, babies, and molest them or whatever, and have them in pain, that pain that child is going through releases a certain mechanism in their blood where they get something called adrenochrome, which they take out. They take the blood out right when they're going through that pain. That's what they drink to try to keep themselves. Where do you think the vampires come
Yeah.
from?
Yeah.
Where do you think stuff like that comes from?
Yeah.
Dracula and stuff like that. That's them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hey, and you know what? Hey, shit. Scriptures in the book of in the Apocrypha tells you how these people gonna drink their own blood on that day.
Right.
Do away with famine. So hey, these people are they're used to it.
Yeah. There's some sick people.
So when this cannibalism coming, that's coming back.
Right.
It's already here.
That's
Yeah.
definitely coming
Yeah.
back.
And it's funny because what them niggas gonna say when they cooking up their babies, all this tastes just like chicken. That's Jake's favorite line. Everything tastes like fucking
The other
chicken.
white meat.
Yeah, God, that's some bullshit. Well, you actually already eating it, so
Yeah.
that's why I really don't. I'm skeptical on like the boneless meats, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like boneless chicken, no, man. You don't know what the hell. It could be a rat and all that shit. Man. And, yo, they put that stuff in, but
Right.
it tells you what Ezekiel told you, man. You're gonna eat some bread of the Father among the heathen, man.
Right.
That's why he made that cake with shit. He had
Right.
to eat it, man. Because that was a representation of what we was going to be doing in this land, eating the foul food, man.
Which is
You going
bullshit.
to these markets, like the brother was saying, how much beef, how many cows is there to and then they have to be raised and grazed and all that. All the markets you have in America, man. You got fucking what's this fresh grocer right here. You got another market like Whole Foods. You got all these markets in one area. Matter of fact, you got the wing stop right there. You got all that, man. So where's they getting all this food from, man? The people are so naive and dumb. That when we mention it to them, they think that you're crazy because they're bugged out because they eating all that poison, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know? You got it, brother.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16.
Bring it up.
And he calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hands or in their foreheads.
Right. That's what's
And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
That's the major thing that we're waiting for. You know? That's the next currency that's going to be here in Babylon, America. You know, like even with these doors. Here at the Bank of America, you got to tap your card to get into the building, or swipe it in. That's going to be, and that's called when you do that, because now it's chips on the cards. So that's just getting you familiar and used to trying to get into buildings. A lot of buildings have that technology, man. Where you got to swipe something on there to get into the building. So they're going to start, even now in the market, they're starting to lock everything down.
Yeah.
Because they've been doing this because they've been planning for this, man. So if you run in one of these stores and can tear it up, guess what's going to happen the next time? Going there, everything's going to be locked down, man.
Right.
They already saw how y'all niggas reacted with the COVID situation.
Right.
You know, when they ran down, they tore up every hood in Philly, man. Basically, wherever you go with niggas was at, they tore that shit up.
Right.
The niggas did that shit. Looting and everything. So they know you doing loot. All they did was just help them out so they could build the stuff to lock it down in the morning.
Exactly.
You know?
Hey, you see how they moved it from a card to now your phone?
Yep.
Because you always got your phone on you. So that's one.
Yeah, that's
you
one
on your
step.
phone or one, right?
Yep, that's one
so
step
now you
closer.
just do that. You got your card on your phone now.
Yep,
All
now
your
the
information
phone is
shows
in
up.
your hand too.
Yeah.
Wow, this is getting you used to that
Yeah.
movement.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when you
Exactly.
come to be second nature, oh,
Yep.
man, let me see this camera.
Psychological. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
it's gonna be nothing new to. It's like, oh, we've been prepped for this stuff.
Right.
Program. Yeah.
You know? That's all they've been doing. Programmers, man.
Because all they gotta do now is, everything is still digitalized.
Right.
But if they hack it, now they can come up with, take the chip.
Right.
They can't hack it.
Right.
They can't.
Shit,
So they know what they
you gonna be
do.
able to hack that shit too.
Right.
You got geniuses out here.
Uh-huh.
You know, somebody gonna find a way. But
Oh, yeah.
whenever you saw technology, it's always a flaw.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's always a flaw. With the Lord's technology, there's no flaws in it.
Right.
Hey, and the hackers gonna beat them boys.
Bro, come on.
Cancer and all that.
Come
The Lord is gonna hack that one.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know? It's all gradual steps, man.
That's right. Come
You
on.
know?
We just tired of being in this place. We want this shit to be done.
Right.
So for you people that you Israelites that don't believe in it, you know that's coming, you can't explain what's going on now.
Right.
You know? But they're not gonna talk about that though.
At all.
They wanna
At all.
They want to confuse people, changing up these different doctrines. Man, we're not getting confused with that. This Revelation 14:9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his right hand, receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
And that's not forever. That's not just going to be a period of time. But it says in front of the Lamb, right? So that means he's going to be present when this thing happens. You know?
It says, the same shall drink of the wine. What that says, verse 11. It says, and the smoke of their torment, that's a torment, ascended up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and the faith, in the faith of Yahweh.
Hey, man. Lord's willing, this camp was edifying. You know, you got something out of it. So next week, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakha Kodash. Double honor to the apostle, others of Bishop Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. So next week, we're going to sing the Wafa Baba Ball.
Wafa Baba.
Kwam
Kwam
Yashua.
Yashua.
Come Yasha.
Shalom.
Wow.
Shalom.
Brother.
Yeah.